Okay, so can everybody see what's going on or hear me? Okay, good. Anybody having trouble hearing or any technical issues? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, but we just completed the Juhani quest, which is not really one of my favorite ones, but we'll see what's gonna happen from there. Go ahead and get started. And I've been playing in a pretty patchy way so far. I've skipped some subquests, and I really haven't gotten as much experience as I should have. My character is really not great. He barely has enough he actually does not have enough force power to cast some of his abilities, so it's not really a great situation, but here I go. Let's see what I should do next. I guess I should just return back to the council chambers and see what else is going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be some tantrums at some point. We'll see what's going on with these Oh, they just fight me right away. Let's see what I can do here. Might as well activate these energy shields here.
Ready.
Well, this is annoying.
How'd you like that?
Better? Oh, he died. No, I would look pretty terrible with a shaved head, actually, to be honest with you. I would look pretty terrible with that. That's not a bad haul. Mandalorian datapad, Mandalorian. Vibro double blade. Yeah, actually that does not help me compared to what I currently have, so yeah, that actually helps him a lot more.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a pretty good advice, Rakia. Take less shitty companions. Alright. Let's take the path south. Yeah, I looked in that book bag already. Yeah, Karth is kind of annoying in some ways.
What? You asked for this. Yes.
I think sometimes with BioWare writing, what happens a little bit is the characters are sort of a little too, I don't know, obvious in the way they set out the basic character arc and the issues that they have. So when Karth has trust issues, he has to tell you, "I have trust issues," and it just sort of seems a little, I don't know, not 100% convincing, I guess, as sort of a form of human interaction.
You asked for this!
So, welcome to the stream, otherwise known as Georgie Fights Cat Hounds. Nothing else happens. That's just basically how it goes. I'll take the path north. Maybe this way is a little bit quicker. Okay, where are we? Is this right? Okay, no. Yeah, for some reason I'm thinking this is a little bit like, you know, KOTOR 2, where the layout of the grounds was just a little bit more, a little easier. So there's just path south and path north? Huh.
How'd you like that?
Well, that's... Let's just get out of here. I don't feel like fighting those things. Yeah, my favorite character actually in this game by far is Jolie Bindo. You must gather your party before venturing forth, of course. Where is my party, by the way? Oh, there they are. Yeah, but there was no question for me that Jolie Bindo was the best, both in terms of writing and also in terms of the abilities he had. Like, he could basically just use any set of Jedi powers because he was neutral. So you didn't have to worry about taking a penalty to anything. Blackwall, I think that was a... Yeah, I really did not get very far in Inquisition. I just never got around to it. I mean, the game didn't really bother me at all, but I just really ended up not being terribly excited. I hope it's not too loud when the fighting happens.
Time to rumble!
Oh, you might want to attack. That's a good idea. Instead of doing nothing. Okay, I'm going to change the options here for the sound. The sound effects volume is going to go down, the voiceover volume is going to go a little bit down, music is going to go... set these down quite a bit, actually. And the movie volume doesn't really matter. Okay, here we are. So I always wondered with the Witcher games why everybody has an English accent except Geralt and Triss and maybe I guess the other character Dandelion or whoever.
How'd you like that?
Oh, there goes Albar again.
How'd you like that?
Oh, jeez, there's so many of these things.
Sure. How'd you like that?
Yeah, as a rule, it does seem like English people are better at doing American accents than vice versa. In general, it just seems like that's the case. There are plenty of English actors who can do very convincing, American accents, but in reverse, it doesn't really seem to happen as often. Like the number of American actors who can really sound convincingly English doesn't seem that great. I don't know if anyone ever saw the Francis Ford Coppola version of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it starred Keanu Reeves as what was his name? John. I can't remember the name of the character even at this point. But it starred Keanu Reeves, and his accent was so bad, it was just horrifying to listen to him. Oh, what is happening here? Oh dear. And it was very, very hard to listen to. And I think it's part of what kind of tanked the movie, to be honest with you. I could talk to Juhani at this point, but honestly, I'm going to skip that. I mean, she is not really my favorite character. I don't think I've ever used her on any mission or anything like that, except the one you have to.
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Go to Master Jar and inform him that Juhani has returned to us. I think you may be nearing the end of your apprenticeship.
Yeah, actually, it was worse than Al Pacino's Cuban accent. Actually, it was worse than that. It was the worst accent I've ever heard in anything. Oh gosh. Some other bad accents would be Sean Connery's Russian accent in Hunt for the Red October, in which he just speaks with his normal Scottish accent, doesn't even try to sound remotely Russian. That's another one.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training, and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
So what item did I receive? Oh! I was just thinking the whole time that I couldn't cast my abilities because I didn't have enough but it was actually the armor that I was wearing. Yeah, that's just stupid of me. That's why I could not use my other abilities. That's the stupidest thing ever. I should have been aware of that. But yeah, now that I remember to do that, actually my character will be much more effective. Okay, we'll talk to Bastila now.
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the...
Oh.
Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for. Be sure to bring Bastila with you. There is a powerful link between you, and you will need to draw strength from each other during the trials ahead.
I think I am actually going to bring Mission because she has some technical skills. Yes.
I demand justice. The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished. The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof. And we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals, if there is some mistake. Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own. As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter. These two families have been settled here for some years now.
And causing me no end of trouble.
Indeed. They have been settled here for some time, and feuding ever since. I do not know how the original feud started, but they want nothing to do with each other. As you may have heard, Alan Matale believes that his son, Shen, has been kidnapped by Nurik Sandral.
Curiously, Nurik's son Cassius has been missing for some time as well. I fear Nurik may suspect Alan in this.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
If Shen Matale is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matale and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course. But the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time. Something which carries its own rewards.
So, yeah, Face Off and Con Air, two of the truly classic movies, classic examples of cinema ever created. Just absolute masterpieces. But yeah, just the opportunity to see John Travolta and Nick Cage overact as each other. It's too much to pass up. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I'll just boost dexterity again. Whatever. She's a sentinel with 10 intelligence. It's really, I think what they really do is they design the NPCs so that they're guaranteed to not be as good as your character if you do any level of optimization. A sentinel with 10 intelligence is really just not a great design. What is that? Energy resistance. I could take that. Disabled droid might be useful. Whatever. Accept. And level up. She may need to start taking implants, I'm not sure. I'll go with it. Oh, Battlefield Earth, that's While you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies. Now, I know that's a horrible John Travolta impression, but he really does deliver his lines like that. And just the Dutch angles used in every single scene, it's hysterical. Yeah, but in general, I actually have a hard time watching movies that are just so bad they're good. Like, in general, that's just not how I watch movies. I have a couple friends who do that, and like every movie they watch, like, hey man, we just watched Nazis at the Center of the Earth, and then they complain that it's terrible, and well, I just don't know what else they were expecting. You know, when you watch bad movies, expect them to be bad. So I don't know what's going on here.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
Oh, with Uwe Boll, I think for the longest time he took advantage of German tax laws to help fund his movies, and so the worse they were, like the more money he actually made. There's some kind of strange loophole in some of the tax laws for how, you know, films and whatnot were funded that he was able to exploit, and so he actually had incentive to make his movies as bad as possible.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence? Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the cat hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help. Ever since the Republic beat them with the Sith invasion, they're worried. Recently, the cat hounds have been acting much more. Those men, I'm not sure. Is there any... His daughter was killed by Mandalorians when their farm was raided. Is there any...
Have you found the Mandalorian raider? Good. Good. But now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too. Thank you, young... Now those But now that you've killed... Thank you, young Jedi.
Oh, Street Fighter, that movie was brilliant. That movie was a masterpiece. What else is here? I'll go this way for a little bit. You know, I think the best reviewed video game movie on Rotten Tomatoes has about 44%. It's like a Final Fantasy film. Yeah, but no video game-based movie has ever done better than 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Miss. Nicely done. Well, now I can actually use these abilities, so might as well. Or maybe he won't. Wow, this guy is kicking my ass. Well, not really, but... Oh, nice. Everybody just leveled up. Alright, that should help her to be able to hit her target a lot more consistently. And I'm actually gonna save. Some of the light side and neutral abilities are actually really, really good. Like Force Valor is... I mean, it's not exciting, but it is very broken. Well, not broken, but very effective. Like, sometimes you can even use it to beat some persuade checks that you couldn't do, or some skill checks that you wouldn't be able to do. It really does help out in a lot of ways. On the Metali grounds, I don't want to go there. Or the Tamale grounds, whoever the fuck they are. Oh, and you know what else I should do? Just to make this a little faster, some of this stuff. Let's see now where I'm going. Let's leave this, yeah, at least the same area. Oh, this is it, the Strange Ruins. This is how far it is away from where the council is. They could not be bothered to go this far to investigate the ruins on their own. Yeah, the next dog I find, I'll try to go full-on Anchorman on it, where I just kick it off the bridge or something like that. Ancient droid. What is that shit?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand. I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan.
Ah, the Selkath. It's the worst language ever.
Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
I think I saw one Hong Kong John Woo movie. It was like, I don't know if it was called like The Killer or something like that, and it was about, there was this girl who is blind, and then this hitman who's of course on his last job, like, is trying to do something that will allow him to pay for an operation that will fix her eyes or whatever. It was something like that. I can't remember the details, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, Manaan as a planet, it's really not too bad. It's just the sound that those Selkath make whenever they talk, it just kills me. Whatever the hell they're saying, or yeah, just the alien nonsense that they would go on with. The Builders. I'm pretty sure, spoiler, it's an alien race called the Rakata or something like that. Yeah, I know Face Off is a Woo film, but I was talking about the Hong Kong ones. I'd only seen one of those. He made a bunch of movies and I think it was in Hong Kong before he came over to the United States and started making like Mission Impossible 2 and Face Off and all of those things. Yeah. So the build, I mean, it's basically this game's proxy for what would eventually be the Protheans in Mass Effect. And so an enormous amount of elements in Mass Effect are pretty much airlifted from this game. The ancient race that disappeared mysteriously, the light side dark side system basically prefigures the Paragon Renegade system.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Or in fact, it could be anything.
And the Starforge, basically this game's version of the Death Star.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else. These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
It is really just a sort of a standard trope of space opera in general, the ancient mysterious race that was super advanced and disappeared under, unknown circumstances. So I don't know if anyone's played Star Control 2, but they had a race like that called the Precursors, which played a very similar role. And I'm pretty sure it's come up in in all sorts of sci-fi literature and fiction and whatnot. Oh, hey, Krusty, what's up?
Ten revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
Yeah, the alien jibba jabba in this game, very annoying.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
That's not really the greatest name, Nemo.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
So I just received 300 experience points for talking to some dude. Let's see if... Just loot Nemo. Oh, a sigil crystal, that's not bad. So one of the great things about RPGs is everything always fits you. Like, it doesn't really matter where it comes from or any of those kind of things. Yeah, you can always take stuff from other people. Alright, now I'm blue. see what happens here.
If the droid is correct, then we must complete the tasks in the proving ground to the east and west before these doors.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. How about Night Valor?
I'm here.
What?
Yeah?
Well, it's quite powerful.
Sure.
I'll show you!
You cannot win.
You'll never get me!
There. There.
Yeah, I think, I haven't followed this very closely, but I think that Ian Miles Chong sort of changed his tune completely after the whole Witcher 3 kerfuffle. You know, there was something like the Tariq Musa article about The Witcher not being racially diverse or some such.
What?
Yes?
Sheesh, man.
There. Take that.
Oh, that worked!
Just die already!
That's what I'm thinking, Mission. You can't hit a stun droid! Like, how is it dodging?
There. Take that.
It's actually quite powerful, that thing. Does it have anything on it? Improved furry. Like, what does that mean? Okay. Alright, I guess I'll save here. Oh yeah, Ancient Ruins, that's another staple of BioWare. You know, I think 3 out of the various hubs of Mass Effect take place on Prothean ruins. You have Therum, which is a really boring planet, and then you have Pharos, which is a Prothean ruin, and then Ilos, and I guess if you count the Citadel, although not really, not the Citadel actually. Like, it's a lot of Prothean ruins in that first game. Probably too many. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of those tones softly echoed by your datapad. A small data receptacle opens in the front of the ancient machine. Insert your datapad into the receptacle. The screen goes blank again, and then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. The computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Yeah. I think it was Therum that was the one that was completely pointless. That was the one where you just find Liara and that's it. Like, I always thought that Liara and then the other character, Shiala, who you find with the Thorian, could have just been merged into one character with almost no loss to the game whatsoever. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary life-giving seed world types. Okay. Seed world types. Alright, arboreal, so trees and shit. Grassland and oceanic. Breaking life seal. Okay, what the fuck did that do? I guess that was the correct answer. Oh, this guy again.
What can I do?
Oh, that's not good. Oh, shoot. Okay.
What can I do?
Yeah? Let's make this quick. Yeah. I'll show you.
I'm gonna cheese this out by using a advanced med pack while the game is basically paused, so that there's really nothing the game can do about the fact that I'm doing it.
Yes?
And they can't attack me while it's happening. You know, I might as well bring my buffs back up.
Take that.
I have to admit, I was actually not quite as big a fan of the suicide mission as a lot of people. It's just some aspects with the storytelling. Like with the final decision, for example, and I'm gonna turn down the volume here. I mean, everything is just so goddamn loud. Voiceover volume, music volume. But like with the suicide mission, or like with the final decision, for example, like the base, whether to keep it or not, the stakes just seem so undefined. Like there's not any particular advantage that you're going to gain. It's just technology in general could benefit us. And that just kind of felt like not concrete enough for me to care so much about the decision.
Sure.
And then just the idea of allowing any possible number of characters to live or die by the end. I basically just knew by the end of it that all of the characters we've been introduced to were not going to play a major role in Mass Effect 3. Like, I just knew by the end of Mass Effect 2 that that was going to be the case. And indeed, it turned out to be true.
Sure.
So there were some things that actually did annoy me about it.
The Force fights with me.
What can I do?
It'd be nice to be able to inflict some damage on this. Yeah, that's true. I think it probably would have been better to end the game with something like that. Feels like we're doing almost no damage to this thing.
What? That hurt, I bet.
Take that!
This would probably be a lot easier if I brought a better character than Mission. Her ability to do damage is just so non-existent. I think I'll just let Bastila bite it. I'm not gonna heal her anymore. Oh, we did get it. Okay.
What?
Go ahead and heal. Alright, I'm gonna save here because if I get the wrong answer, another one of those things is gonna show up and it could very well screw me over. The ancient computer hums and throbs as you approach it. Its screen flickers to life, and a stream of incomprehensible characters scrawl across it. Alright, so that's not sub-level, but you know, it's something. The computer goes silent, its screen blank. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of those tones softly etched by your datapad. A small receptacle opens in the front of the ancient machine. The computer seems to be interfacing with your datapad. The screen goes blank again, and then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. I'm not going to read that. The computer goes silent again, humming softly. Alright, this is basically just familiar dialogue from the last computer. I'm not going to read it anymore. Identified the free primary death-giving seed world types. So, desert, volcanic, barren. Breaking death seal. Well, that was just easy. That was a stupid puzzle. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. A lot of stuff is going on. Yeah, the Mass Effect 2 plot really isn't very good. I mean, I enjoyed the game. I really do enjoy it as a standalone game, but there's just a lot of problems with the writing, I think.
This must be what Revan and Malik found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began. This is a map, some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malik must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malik were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Dantooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be. I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge. And some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Okay, now I'll just go back to meet with the council once again. I think one issue with Mass Effect 3 is that tonally it could be a completely different game depending on what you had done in the previous games. So for example, like if you had basically made every like optimal decision in the previous games, then the tone of most of ME3 is pretty triumphalist. Like you're just doing great, like at every key turn, you're doing awesome. And so when the down moments hit, it feels a little bit more jarring, like losing the the catalyst at Thessia and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you had basically made bad decisions, or if you were starting anew from the very beginning, or like from the beginning of the game, then it felt more fitting that stuff was just going badly at every step of the way. And so I think a lot of people who had just been completionists and had done everything, I guess you could say, right, from very early on, were pretty much sort of shocked by what happened later on. That's just tonally not the game they were playing. The later stages of the game were sort of built on the assumption that you were not playing as well as you could have in some ways. I mean, just tonally, it seemed like that's sort of what they were building around. Oh, Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it.
How can I help? No, not bothering you. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question. Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I mean, I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship. Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
A bad one.
Good. On which planet were you born? Excellent. Your current age is? Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
For the age question, I was half expecting them to say 33 to make a Jesus analogy.
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this. I'm here.
Sure.
And we'll just go to meet with the Jedi Council yet again. On BSN, I was actually, I've never gotten a warning point.
You have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins? This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Dantooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
So Vrook is actually played by Edward Asner, who is a pretty well-known actor. And if anyone happened to see Up, the old guy who's at the center of the film, that's Edward Asner. So the same guy. This is basically the sort of old curmudgeon who's trying to fly up to the sky with a house full of balloons. So maybe that's why you like him so much.
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Yeah, one thing that I think is a little bit clunky about the storytelling is the reference to the bond. I just feel like when you're trying to establish that there's a sort of deep and important connection between two characters, it does feel a little clunky to say, there is a connection between you two. Like, it just feels a little, I don't know, unsubtle, I guess. There are others I want to join me. Maybe I should start voice acting my lines.
Those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan.
I'll try to do
The
that.
dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Story gameplay integration, not really a strength of BioWare. And sometimes that leads to the sort of clunky moments like the auto defeat with what was it, with Kai Lang, that was widely poo-pooed throughout the gaming community. That was just development that didn't work at all. Or just like a lot of the stuff that happens with the cutscenes versus what happens in the store or what happens in gameplay, it doesn't really seem to line up that well, or have much to do with each other. Sometimes the gameplay elements are just sort of elaborate ways of transitioning from one cutscene to another, like you have a long sequence of combat sequences, and then you just have the next dialogue, and the two don't really seem to fit together that well. Sometimes that seems to That's the feeling I get. But, even so, I mean, it wouldn't be... I feel like I'm ragging on this game quite a bit, which is kind of stupid because it actually is one of my favorites. But yeah, I think it is important to sometimes call attention to the weaknesses, even of the stuff you love.
Take that!
Yeah, that's true. In KOTOR 2, the systems and the storytelling do align with each other in a lot of ways, and the influence system especially actually becomes an interesting story element towards the end. So yeah, I think that is. I agree with that. More Kath hounds. Also, does anyone remember where the crystal cave is? I want to go there and sort of upgrade all of my stuff.
Just die already!
I also want to switch party members here after I complete this combat. Yeah, well, I think what happened with Kai Leng is... can I switch my party out? Not right now, I guess. Just get out of my way. Yeah, but I do want to find that because it does really, improve your survivability. Getting all the crystals and adding them to your lightsaber. So I'll go look for it. But I'll use this to speed up the process. Those are the ruins, so I don't need to go there again.
I'll show you!
Darn it. Did not want to get into this fight right now.
You'll pay! There.
There we go.
There. You'll pay!
I want to start fighting things. Oh, is he still alive or not? Just right as I step out.
I'll show you!
Oh crap!
Fight with me!
Go ahead and cure.
So be it! You'll pay! Yes?
Man, there are a lot of these things here.
Yes?
They don't really give you a whole lot of experience either.
Yes?
What?
There's the grove. Yeah, that's true. That's really annoying. That there are a lot of fights that I want to skip that they just don't let me. Just walking into nothing. Go to the right more, did you say? That's just the grove. Or maybe he means this way. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. Alright, so I'm gonna stand here. Am I in the right area? So am I in the right spot or not? With the is it in the Sandril grounds? Okay. More dudes. Do I have any energy shields left? She just doesn't get any, whatever.
What?
I'm here.
Yes?
Take that!
I think these are those Mandalorian warriors he wanted done. Mines. Does anybody use mines in these games? I cannot remember ever using mines. Well, actually, there's one time I used mines. In what was it? KOTOR 2. And it was in the sequence where you have to play as a Mira. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Or if anyone remembers having to play as Mira in, what was it? KOTOR 2. And she was kind of weak at the time, so I ended up using, that's not so great. I ended up using the mines a lot to get me out of some jams. But other than that, like, I can never really remember making much use of them. Except selling. Jeez, fucking hounds. They're everywhere.
What can I do?
I totally missed all of them. Great.
I'll show you. You'll never get me.
Oh, no, 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 don't do that.
Yes?
Jeez, there's so many of these.
Take that.
This albino cat now, quite powerful. My thoughts exactly, mission. There aren't enough Jews in Game of Thrones. Well, we managed to forestall the tantrum so far, but it'll happen. So where have I not gone? Okay, it might be there, but I'll just check around and we'll see what happens here. Yeah, but that is one thing that's a little bit tedious about these kinds of games, is just the sheer volume of random encounters. Get to be a little bit of a drag. And no reason not to do this. Is there anything on the opposite side of the... Doesn't look like it. Unless it's this way. I might be going the wrong way here. And I suspect that I am. Yeah, this is not where I want to be. Yeah, at this point, if you're wondering why I'm just searching around here, I'm just looking for the crystal cave so I can get a bunch of crystals for my lightsaber to improve it, and then hopefully do a lot more damage than I'm doing right now. Which, to my mind, is not 100% satisfactory. Right, where have I not looked? Guess in this area. Another one of those fuckers. It didn't really do a whole lot of damage to him. Miss, miss, miss. Lovely. That looks like it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, most of the Game of Thrones conversation, unfortunately, is lost on me. I don't have HBO, so I have not seen the show, really. I mean, I know a little bit about it from what I've heard here and there, but... seriously? But the truth is I don't really know a whole lot about the show at all. Okay, here we go. Let's make myself increase my ability scores here using Knight Valor.
The Force fights with me.
They are hitting me a lot more than I would like. Ugh. You have acquired a lightsaber crystal. Okay then. Items received. What happened there? I wish it would tell you what the item was. Doesn't really help her yet, but whatever. These fragile eggs could be easily destroyed, snuffing out the innocent life within. Actually a little too lazy to do that.
What?
I'm gonna go ahead and cure myself, and again, and get the hell out of here. Yeah, what I hear about the show is that a lot of people die. That's basically all I know. And I think I might end up actually skipping the Sandrel story. The Sandrel and the whoever story. Basically what you find out is that it's basically a Romeo and Juliet situation, and the similarity is quite obvious. So the game is probably going to be a little harder than it normally is, because I'm skipping some of the optional side quests just to make the main plot move a little bit faster. I mean, that was already quite a diversion with not much happening. But I'll have a little less experience than I normally would, I think, because of that. Alright, now I'm just going to go on board and find a workbench. Start improving stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be almost like my, let me see here. That's not a great property, honestly. That's better. I wonder why the hair trigger increases the energy damage. And the truth is that I'm probably going to be using Canderous more than Karth from this point. So I'll go with that. And the truth is Zalbar never uses any of his bowcaster, so... Oh, nothing there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Candaris is a really good character. But what I'm going to do now is first of all, I'll avoid talking to Juhani. And then I think the first planet I'm going to do... Oh, it tells me all this stuff now. And I think the first place I'm going to go is Kashyyyk, actually. That's not it. What's there? Yavin. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can get... So the video's probably not working. With the experience I've had with the stream so far is that the full motion video doesn't work. And so you probably just saw a blank screen there for a little bit, so I just skipped through the full motion video. And now you should be seeing Captain Bondage himself, Darth Malik, storming into the room.
The Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Carth on
Juhani,
a rated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Carth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
Okay, so more FMV. That should have been a black screen for a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see this at this. This is sort of a, but we're having a dream right now. My character's head is tossing and turning back and forth. So again, this is probably not visible to you, but this is just like a sort of glimpse of what the star map on Kashyyyk is like. He's having a vision of it, and some more. We're landing on Kashyyyk now.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
It's the developing world, Bastila. Be politically correct here. Okay, but I did want to mention real fast, but the actor who plays Saul Kareth, his name is escaping me right now. I don't remember, but the Admiral, who was just talking with Darth Malik there in the brown uniform, it's the same voice actor who does, oh man, what was his name? Who does, oh man, I'm just forgetting everything. But Zaid in Mass Effect 2, the same guy. And then also he played a couple incidental roles with the dwarves in Dragon Age Origins. And if anyone ever saw, what was it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he was the character Ethan Rayne, who often butted heads. It was a sort of old rival of the character Giles. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue with this dialogue. It looked like the star map was on the forest floor.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Okay, I'll see what's going on here. Yeah, that was it, Robin Sachs. Not right? What do you mean? That's as good a reason as any to support any of the characters. When I go through it, I usually end up supporting Balin, just because I think his path is a little bit shorter, and the dwarf sequence is probably my least favorite sequence in Dragon Age Origins. It's probably, for me, it's probably the most tedious one, and so I tend to want to get through it fairly quickly. That sounds like a cool thing to say. I understand more than you can know. Okay, so Zalbar can now level up. I'll take... Actually, you know what? That's probably the most important skill. That should improve his accuracy a fair amount as well.
Yes?
Now, I don't remember how many Ys Kashyyyk has, or Kashyyyk has, but I'll just spell it like that. It's a little late for warnings for... Prepare me? What do you mean? Why didn't your father believe you? Oh, hey, Draining, how's it going? How are you? We'll deal with that if we have to. Let's go. What a sunny disposition he has. Okay, let's keep going. I guess I just saved it 5 seconds ago, so it doesn't really matter.
Greetings to you. Something I can get for you?
Kindly direct your inquiries to me. Merton is merely an indebted employee. His opinions don't amount to much. So, new spaces have come to Wild Kashyyyk. Please, look well upon the wares of Eli.
Oh,
Gann.
Ninjanity?
I
Oh,
will be
oh
able
that
to
is
serve
Goron.
you.
I guess someone
Be
already
sure to
mentioned
pay
that.
cash. The interest on his loans will drain you like a diluvian fatworm on a hut's backside.
First off, hearts are all backside. Secondly, I don't much like the comparison. No need to get personal. It's just business. Poor fellow. He's been waiting for his friends to return with my money for a standard month now. But you don't need to hear this. What can I get you?
So, in case you didn't know that this guy was a total asshole, he's got an English accent. So that just seals the deal. Do you always enslave your debtors?
Enslave? I resent that. It's simply fair business. This man's fellows left without settling their debts, so he must make up the difference.
I know, it's standard trading rules. I just want to know where my crew went. I was only gone for 2 days. This isn't like them.
Yes, very sad that they would abandon you, especially while you were doing me a favor and helping repair one of my freighters. You think you know someone, and they turn out to be a cheat. Oh, not like you, Matton. You honor your deals. A word is a bond in trade. Oh, it isn't about the amount. After all, as a skilled mechanic, Matton is worth much more than what is owed, especially on this remote planet.
Oh, you flatter me, Eli. I guess we're best buddies now.
As I was saying, it's a matter of principle. I'm nothing if not honest in my dealings, and I demand the same. He'll be free to go when his friends turn up and the debt is paid. I honor my deals. Let no one say otherwise.
Thanks, but no thanks. No offense, but there's no point in exchanging debt to Eli with debt to you.
Besides, he is a hard worker. I'd prefer to keep him. It happens from time to time. Credits are scarce out here.
An honest man and a good mechanic. Seems like you got a favorable trade, sir.
You'll get your money. My crew will be back.
Of course they will. Until then, however, I can make use of you as a mechanic. Very rare to find skills of your kind out here. Of course. Of course. You're in a hurry.
So, sell list. There's a lot of stuff that I could get rid of here. Don't want that. I don't really want those items. Don't really want to get rid of the... Sell clothing so that I have nothing to wear. Alright, so buy. I'm low on these. Well, energy shields are a bit more expensive than I remember them being. Cyber reaction system, that is expensive as shit. Gizka poison. It's actually quite expensive, and I don't really have a whole lot of money. Is there anything else I can get rid of here? I don't need those, because I have better weapons. I'll see. We'll talk to you in about 3-4 hours, Krusty. Have a good one. Oh, Bastila is again bothered by something.
How can I help? I do? How did you know? Kinrath pup. It most certainly is not. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Yeah. What are the difficulties of conversation trees? Just a shocking or sudden tone of voice shift. Like, what? Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? Then the next line of dialogue. The bond between us is a very serious thing. Like, clearly that second line was designed to be said regardless of what your previous responses had been. But that's just inevitability. I mean, there's really nothing you can do about that in a voice-acted game with branching dialogue. It's just sort of an inevitability, and not really a big deal anyway. Okay, so what do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side.
Hey, Kaiser, how's it going?
We are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force. That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There's great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well. I believe you truly mean what you say, for now. But sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light. I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
I agree with that sentiment. Let us return to the mission. And the Zerka Corporation, otherwise known as the Evil Corporation, designated a villainous corporation of the game. I don't think I really need to talk to this guy right now. Here, maybe this.
There's so much to learn about this planet, but they keep us cooped up in here.
That guy's complaining about being cooped up in there, and then look at this situation right here. Needs to get some perspective there. Yeah, Binary Helix, or there are a whole bunch of other corporations. It was strange, like in Mass Effect 1, the corporations were a really big deal. Like you had Binary Helix, and you had a bunch of others as well. I can't remember their names. I can't remember any names right now. But yeah, they were a really big deal in Mass Effect 1, and then they just didn't matter at all in the later games.
Hold here, Spacer.
Did that coincide possibly with the acquisition of BioWare by EA? Maybe?
Bad right now.
Probably
Wookiee
not, but
hunters
whatever.
usually keep numbers down, but I think they leave certain areas infested, just hoping a Zerka guard will get killed. I won't stop you, but you leave this area at your own risk. We're here to protect the company.
Yeah, Exogeny, that was another one. Yeah, but they basically disappeared, and they had basically become irrelevant. After Mass Effect 1. It's not bad. It's not a bad haul. Damaged security droid. Yeah, I am doing a light side run here. It seems like everybody but me is a fan of the dark side run. What can I expect to encounter? We'll deal with that when the time comes. Yeah, indeed, Cerberus. I don't know if I'm gonna need Persuade, but I figure why not.
This isn't good. I can't afford this. You think I can? Do you know what they get for a healthy one of those things?
We'll work it out later. We've got company. What do you want, Spacer? I'm Patrol Captain Deno, and you're interrupting Zerka Corporation business. This Wookiee slave got a little rebellious. We had to put it down.
Yet another English accent.
Careful now. That growl sounded pretty threatening. Keep your slave on its leash or we'll have another accident.
Just shut up, you trigger-happy idiot. Of course they don't. Why would you ask me that? You're doing some sort of snap inspection? You're trying to get me to admit to incompetence, aren't you? Not going to happen. I stand by my patrol. This Wookiee got out of hand and had to be put down. We'll find another easy enough. Well, it is a bit costly. Look, why are you asking this? Is that a joke? Who do you think you are? You make some sense. I wonder what you know about what might happen here. I think we should petition for a transfer. The corporation will survive a fight here, but us frontline guards won't.
If you say so, Captain.
Yes, I say so. Move out. This place just isn't worth the trouble.
Yeah, that's how sort of another side effect of me not doing as many quests as I usually do, is that I don't have as many light side points as I would normally have. So after doing all of that noble, good work, speaking on behalf of that dead Wookiee, I just loot him. That's how it's done. Recover this mine.
What?
Yeah, that was fast, but that's one of the few things my character has going for him, is he's fairly charismatic. A powerful grenade would be useful here. Are they running away? What are they doing? Oh, he's still alive.
You cannot win.
Yeah, this is a very good game. You should definitely play it. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, Yeah, and you'd probably be more interested in the dark side run, almost certainly. But yeah, there's definitely something. But at least that leaves you something to discover for when you play it for yourself, that it hasn't all been spoiled for you. Oh, he's not going to do the jump. That's too bad. Got rid of that guy quickly. Can't fight you yet, I'm too busy searching corpses. Oh, fair amount of stuff here. A lot of it's pretty useless, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I am doing a bit more damage at this point, I think, with the force crystals helped me out a bit. Yeah. The one tricky thing about this game, though, is the way the combat system works. It looks real-time. Underneath the surface, it's a straight-ahead, turn-based system. So that can confuse some people, I think. But I'll save here with my... You know what I can't believe? We haven't had any Trump references yet. I can't believe that hasn't happened. What was that about, Zalbar? I guess I can't go there yet. I have to go upwards here. But obviously getting the access to the Shadowlands is the next task, because that is where the star map is going to be, which is what I'm looking for. Make Kashyyyk great again. We'll build a wall, right? So I was just reading about, apparently the Philippines has its own version of Trump. This guy named Rodrigo Duterte, and he's a politician who's got a very interesting reputation. Instead of immigration, the big thing for him is crime. And he was the mayor of Davao City, which was one of the highest crime areas in the Philippines, and after he took charge, the crime rate went down substantially. But he did it by like sort of supporting like vigilante death squads and all sorts of crazy shit. Apparently, there's a story that he once enforced a smoking ban in the city by forcing the person who was smoking to eat his cigarette butt. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, but he's sort of the Philippine Trump in terms of just his overall personality and just the way his policies are and everything like that. I think he promised to feed the fish with the corpses of 100,000 criminals. So that was part of another interesting case study in this kind of I don't know, maybe you would call it authoritarian populism or something along those lines, but it does seem to be on the rise. That type of political personality, unapologetic. You have to take out the families of the Zerka slavers. Oh, that Bondar crystal actually stunned the, I'm gonna save here. Just because,
What can I do?
$10 spikes. I've got one. Okay.
Sure.
Not so great. Yeah, this is normally a bad idea, or at least it would be in KOTOR 2, because you could destroy items by just slashing stuff. But in this game that doesn't happen. And so therefore there's no risk at all. The only disadvantage is by hacking into this, using the computer and everything, or using security skill, you gain some experience. So you lose out on that benefit, but in this game there's really no danger. Oh, Dark Jedi. So what I'm going to do is just cast all of my buff spells. And she's going to cast that as well.
Yes?
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Nice. Did they drop anything? I sure hope so. Why do they have a yellow? Why does he have a yellow crystal? That doesn't seem like it'd be very useful to him. A lightsaber. Sith energy shield. Next her crystal. Oh, short lightsaber. Yeah, in this game, the best combination to use if you're going two-weapon is probably the long lightsaber and the short lightsaber, and the reason for that is that you can make use of more crystals that way. And so let's see here. So she's going to wear the Dark Jedi robe. I guess if the Sith energy shield is fine. Alright, that's actually better. What else can I do here? Oh yeah, I should level up, shouldn't I? Skills. Just pump everything into Persuade from now on. My character's quite dumb. He's got an 8 intelligence. So he's slow and stupid. 8 intelligence and 8 dexterity. The crotch cloth, yeah. This game didn't really have a mastery of the robe effects, I guess. They looked a lot better in KOTOR 2. Force resistance could be useful, but I'll probably pass on it for now. Force persuade, really not as great as it sounds, especially if your persuade skill is pretty good. You can get away with not having it. For the most part, it just allows you to get away with a couple things that are not have to pay docking fees and stuff like that. So over the course of the game, really it only saves you a couple credits, which is just not that useful. So it's called energy resistance. I'm not sure if it allows you to actually resist energy-based damage. I'll just go with it, whatever. I'm lazy. And you know what else I can do? Is equip a short lightsaber. That's actually in the text, growl. I wonder who I should take with me here. T3's not too good. I'll go with Canderous, why not? Yeah, I'm sure. If you've made deals with slavers, the truth will get out eventually. Yeah, with the Force Persuade moment in KOTOR 2, was that the one where you convinced the two guys to jump off the cliff? I think that's the one that I think of off the top of my head. What do you want? Why drag us here? Yeah, that was a funny moment. Well, he's a nice guy.
Then I suppose we have little choice. We should proceed with caution, however.
It's a very long, extended sequence of hearing almost nothing but...
What?
He may be able to level up more than once here. I'm not really sure if strength is useful for him, honestly. Pretty unskilled dude, all things considered. Yeah, that's what I figured. Gotta love the purple look for
What can I do?
for Canderous. Yes? Truly badass. Yeah, that's true. They probably said, man, she always has something on her mind.
How can I help? Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan. It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however. Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
What else did you expect from the Sith?
True, I suppose. And yet the outcome of that battle was unexpected. To all of us. Revan's end was unforeseen. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
So it's an interesting mechanic. It doesn't seem like it comes up in a lot of the other... And I'll just loot from the Wookiees here, but it doesn't seem like that comes up in a lot of the other games where, like, you know, you're just walking around and then they tell you explicitly, so-and-so has something on their mind. You should probably talk to them. That doesn't really seem to happen in other BioWare games. So I wonder why that was abandoned. Yeah, it's an X-ray visor. It just lets you see through people's clothes. That's the only reason he's got it on. I don't even know what it gives him. It looks pretty stupid, but it seems to be better than anything I have right now. He looks kind of awkward the way he holds those two lightsabers. Where was it that I needed to go? I guess, yeah, down here.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it was kind of silly.
So, Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who is serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat hound. But they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of the dynamics in Mass Effect are recognizable here. I mean, that exchange really reminded me of a lot of the conversations in... What was it? That's not where I want to go. Like with Rex in the elevators, where he was talk about... like with him and Caden, who would win in a fight? You or Shepard? And those kind of things. It kind of reminds me of those dynamics a little bit. Oh, they just leveled up. Holy shit. I don't know if she needs Force Valor that much. Because I have it, so I can just do it. I'll try Force Whirlwind, whatever. I don't know if it's going to be particularly useful, but...
Sure.
Can't talk to this Wookiee guy. Oh, well, maybe I'll just walk by. Oh, I have to... Yeah, just in the last couple levels, the ability of my character to do damage quickly has increased dramatically. This Night Speed ability is very good. This is really one of the abilities that I think almost every character should have, because it gives you an extra attack in the round. It doesn't last very long, unfortunately. It's only advantage. And it improves your defense as well.
The Force fights with me.
And I also saw a speedrun of this game, and they pretty much just abuse it. That was not really a very good persuade line. Just a few questions. I'm a friend. Like, yeah, that deserved to fail. That was just a crappy thing to try and persuade someone with. Plasteel cylinder. I'm gonna steal from that. Bowcaster and a combat suit. That's actually pretty much shit. Gorwukin, that's a funny name. And this is probably not visible to you. This is the, it's just this long, primitive elevator that lowers me down into the Shadowlands. Oh shit. Forgot about
I
this.
have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end.
I see you brought some backup, Calo. Realized we were a bit too much to handle on your own, huh?
You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Go with Night Speed. Let's Force Valor. Activate his energy shield.
What can I do?
Oh wow, they do enormous damage.
Here it is!
There.
The other thing she's gonna do is cure.
I'm here.
Whoa. He's getting destroyed.
Sure.
What?
There.
Oh, that did not help him. And Calo went down. And so did Canderous. Is anyone hearing some static popping or whatever? Is anyone hearing that? I'm getting that on the on my end. Calo Nord, he's really just not very intimidating, to be honest with you.
What can I do?
Sure.
Yes?
Just blew all of my force abilities. So is Calo Nord's battle armor any better than what I had? Max dex bonus 1. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference unless it has some weird damage resistance. It does allow you to resist cold and fire and whatnot, but I don't know if that's better than what Davik has.
Yes?
Might as well save. There we go. Yeah, he was no Boba Fett or anything along those lines at all. Oh wow, it's a lot of enemies here.
There. Take that.
Yeah, the night speed does allow you to kill things much more quickly in this game. Calo Nerd, yeah, indeed. This corpse here, let's see what's going on with this guy. Zabractistal Mark II. Interesting. That sounds good. Now, if I recall, I'm no expert in the expanded universe, but I think Zabraka is the same species that Darth Maul was. Oh, here we go.
Damnable racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the underbrush. I'm Jolie. Jolie Bindo. Follow me to my camp and we'll talk a bit. Don't start fawning just yet. I'm too old for it. I know a few things, but we can talk about it at my camp. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
Sorry, I have to pause to loot some people. That's not that great. This does not look like Yoda's home at all. Not even slightly. It's not the slightest resemblance.
Well, welcome to my home, such as it is.
Oh, have a good one, Steel Can. I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice having you on board. Have a good one, man.
You'll have nothing but time if you don't take what help you can. I've been here for many years. I know things. Remember that. My days of glory are behind me, but perhaps there is something I can do for you. You must have questions. Now, why would you be asking about that, Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here. The problems of a few Wookiees don't amount to anything before the concerns of the Jedi. No, you are here for the map. Kashyyyk is an interesting place, more so than anyone suspects. If Circa Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine. The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here, but it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers. What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way, and you won't find what you need without my help. And my help has a price. You must do a test for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path.
What do you want me to do?
Since they began expanding in the Shadowlands, the Circa have left me alone for the most part. Until recently, anyway. A group of them set up camp not far from here. Poachers is all they are. I'd like them removed from this place. They are not that far northeast of here. There's usually 5 in the area, as far as I can see. The captain of the lot is the one that earned my ire. Mishandle my garden, Willie. They don't respect this place. They're butchering wildlife and threatening entire species. It's getting under my skin. The Wookiees could take care of themselves if they wished, but the animals are truly helpless victims.
I see. So the aged semi-Jedi wants me to get some kids off of his lawn.
Yes, I'm an old man that's getting fussy. Call me foolish if you will, I don't care, you still have to do it. Their camp is in the far northeast. Now remember, if I wanted them dead...
Yeah, take care, Steel. Have a good one.
Find a better way. Good. Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoot! Shoot!
In the northeast, so I'll be facing the opposite way. We'll go this way, and we will hope to, first thing I'm going to do is heal myself using Bastila's force powers, because she matters less than me, quite frankly. Okay, I think I'm sped up. Good.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It's pretty funny to watch them spin around like that when you use that power.
What can I do?
What?
Okay, that's not really where I wanted to go. So it's in the northeast. Alright, so I guess I have to go down this way and then up, or maybe up through that way. I'll try this way first. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Tatch? I don't even really know. I'm gonna search this rubble here. Got a concussion grenade.
There, take
Oh my god, that's pretty, yeah, pretty much. A true MRA. Bowcaster bolt casing. Huh, interesting. I think that's sort of evidence that's related to the Wookiee plot. I'm gonna speed myself up too. Okay, this must be the, Does anyone have the demolition skill? He might have it, but
What can I do?
he probably sucks at it too.
Yeah?
Just disable the mines.
Yes?
Who are you, another civil merchant like that Koros slime up on the docking ring? This is my territory. I don't make deals, and I don't persuade easily, so go back topside. Mess with my profits, and I'll see you dead.
Yet another dude with an English accent. They are you the poachers Jolie told me about? We might as well say that.
Crazy old fool is still alive. I suppose he's still upset that we don't all live in little homemade shacks like he chooses. I've got a job to do here, and there's nothing you or that old coot can do about it. Is that old hermit Jolie trying to talk you into doing his dirty work? We've spent too much on setting up just to walk away. As long as the sonic emitters keep the Preds away and I've got bodies to guard the perimeter, we're staying right here. I mean, if I can put up with my own worthless guards complaining about this place, Jolie whining through you is nothing. Good. I'm not down here to direct traffic.
Now, if I recall, there was a way to mess with these devices. Might as well just take their stuff. Attach gland. I'm not sure what the relevance of that is. Beam splitter. Interesting.
Back again. If you made it... It ain't easy. We've set up a perimeter of sonic emitters to keep the bigger Preds away. It's worked so far. As long as the emitters are operational, we're pretty good.
Yeah, I may actually have to disable these emitters, but I do not remember how to do that. I wonder why you can't just shoot them. That would be convenient if I could just do it that way. See what else we've got going on here. Maybe I'll talk to these other guards.
You want anything, you'll have to talk to the commander. Why am I here? I'm just a guard for this emitter. Why couldn't they have just equipped this lump of tech with a blaster and left me at home? I'm not here because I know stuff. They generate a sonic barrier that allows us to stay in this. I don't know how it works. What of it? I don't like being here, that's for sure. I suppose you could take enough of those emitters go down and the camp will have...
Oh, that was easy. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game, so I actually don't remember this.
You want anything, you'll have to talk to the commander. Why am I? I'm just a... What do you... I don't like being... Enough of...
Well, that dialogue was suspiciously similar to the dialogue I was just engaged in.
What?
That is a big creature.
Run! Run!
That wasn't too bad. That was pretty easy. I think I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon, though, actually, if you guys don't mind. I'll probably go for, like, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know when it was that Krusty was planning to get started, around 12 or so. Oh, I mean, I'll probably keep going till then, at least. But we'll see what happens. This is Jolie's hut. I'll go back there.
Welcome back. I wonder, have you had much luck? Have you done as I asked? Yes, I could feel it as you walked near, and I don't sense the smell of death on you. You spared them. Interesting. Wasn't there? I suppose not, but the environment would say otherwise if it could talk. No matter. I know where you want to go. I can get you through to the old paths. This forest hides some strange things. There's also a Zerka repulsor field blocking the way, past the poacher camp in the east. I saw it when it was installed, so I know how to pass it. And on the other side, ancient answers. And perhaps a Wookiee you are seeking. I hope he's in the mood for visitors.
Yeah, only one more party to add. Oh, whoops, that's not the party selection I wanted. Oh, crap.
And you need?
Whoops. Ah, well. I'll survive. Treat injury. Might as well just take shock. He actually can use it, so... Feats, and he gets a feat now. Now he gets another power. skills. Powers. See what else I can take here. I don't know if I really need Force Valor that much. Why does he have Affect Mind? He can't do anything with that. Although he does actually do something with it on his own later in the game with the Leviathan sequence. Yeah, it depends on what you want to do, Krusty. I mean, I don't want you to, you know, or I don't know how late everyone wants to stay up. But I'll keep going with this for a little bit anyway. I'll go with Resist. I mean, eventually I'll need it, and I might as well take it when there are no better options. Yeah, but I definitely done fucked up there. I mean, did not want to just take one person. Verpine Cardio Regulator, that's better. Jedi Knight Robe. Okay, now we will see what's next. I don't know what kind of combat I'm going to be facing. Well, maybe later I'll have time to load from the earlier save and then rectify my mistake, you know, in between streams. That's probably what I'll end up doing, so that I don't have to just have two party members. But yeah, I thought that I'd had everybody selected, and that's not really how it turned out, so unfortunately. But we have to press on. And you know, why not do it faster? I was thinking it would be nice if whenever you put your mouse over this area, like a wheel would sort of automatically pop out where you could just sort of pick which spell or not spell, but power you want to cast on yourself. Because having to click through manually, it's not necessarily the most efficient interface. The shimmer of a repulsor field is visible before you. It stands in stark contrast with the foliage around it.
Beautifully subtle, isn't it? At least compared to the other Zerka equipment dumped down here. It's only been here a short while, or the Wookiees would have disabled it. They wouldn't have had an easy time of it, though.
Why place this thing here?
Others, each blocking similar points on certain paths. It is all very calculated, very precise. It would have been effective if it hadn't relied on the creatures to be walking. Climbers don't have much trouble getting around it. I can manipulate it for a moment. Let me see. How did the Zerka engineers do it? Ah, there we go. Now, keep moving. These are the most dangerous depths of Kashyyyk. A few surprises wait for us, I'll wager.
Would have been nice to have a party select in between those two sequences. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is, well, I'll fight these guys here. Obviously, this is a...
Sure.
Jolie should not go in close range here. Nice.
That hurt. Yes?
Yeah, before I talk to you, I'm gonna loot these dudes. That's just how I roll. What happened here? I have the means to heal you here. Okay, let's see where else I can go. And Jolie has more force points than I do, I'm sure, because he is a consular, so he focuses on using his force abilities. And he also has almost no light side or dark side alignment, so that he can basically use any set of powers without penalty. So that makes him extremely useful. And I'm basically just going to take him with me everywhere for, like, basically every mission after this.
Not this again!
I'm not going to bother with the poison cure until...
Deadly toxins.
But he ought to leave. Disengage that.
That hurt, I bet.
Wow, this fight is surprisingly difficult.
Yes?
I still got it.
Oh, no, no. Yeah, I'm surprised how that was kind of lame. Should not have, but that's what you get for having only 2 party members. The swoop bike shows signs of recent use, as it is missing its signal device. One of the Mandalorians must have taken it to collect data. Do nothing. There's not much I can do with it. It's not where I want to go. And we're going to continue down here a little bit and see what's going on. Don't run into just random stuff here. Looks like there's nothing going on here, nothing doing. Oh, this is it. One nice thing about KOTOR 2 is that you could use disabled droid to fuck up the mines. So I'll probably end the stream after this business.
Life forms detected. Determining parameters. Initiating neural recognition.
Yes, there's the thing. Obstinate machine. I've no doubt it holds what you seek. But good luck getting it operational.
Primary neural recognition complete. Preliminary match found.
Match found? What the... It always muttered something about rejected patterns for me.
Begin socialized interface.
Awaiting instructions. Greetings. This terminal has not been accessed for quite some time. Error. Subject displays unfamiliarity to environment. Behavioral reconfiguration will be needed before access. I am sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. I will answer questions to the best of my programming limitations.
Yeah, it's gotta be totally up to you, Krusty, obviously. Whatever you want to do. I mean, I might watch for a little bit, but I probably couldn't watch for more than an hour, I would say. But I'm gonna wrap up after here, and then we can just decide what the hell we want to do after that. Seek information about a star
Yes,
map.
I have found a star map in original system memory. Access is restricted. Your request requires additional security access. You must be made to match the parameters I have been supplied. Then you are not worthy of further access. You will be rejected as unsuitable. Information unavailable. If you have further questions, ask them now. Access will terminate with success or failure of evaluation.
You may begin evaluation.
Evaluation commencing. Result will be compared against the pattern in memory. Just act like you should. You travel with a Wookiee and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for each of you. However, call Zalbar a traitor, and he will serve 5 years, while you serve none. He is offered the same deal. But if you both accuse the other, you both serve 2 years. What do you do? What do you trust him to do?
Okay, so this is just a classic prisoner's dilemma. I don't know if anybody knows a whole lot of game theory, but this scenario is basically the classic prisoner's dilemma in game theory. And the design of the scenario is such that the dominant strategy for you, the best thing for you to do from the point of view of self-interest, is to always defect, to always turn the other guy in, to always, confess to your crimes and screw over your partner. And because no matter what he does, you don't know what he's going to do, but no matter what he does, your outcome is going to be at least as, no worse than his and probably better. But on the other hand, if you both make that decision, you both get the worst outcome. So it's used to model a lot of, real-life scenarios where people making individually rational decisions results in a worse overall outcome for everybody. If anyone knows the Tragedy of the Commons, that's also fairly similar. Okay, so I'm not actually sure what to do here or what I should do to pass, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what my character would say, since he does not know he is Revan yet. Realistically, to match the pattern, I would think the best answer is this. But I'm gonna go ahead and...
Are you sure? If you turn, you risk 2 years, or none at all. If you reply on loyalty, you risk 1 year, or 5. Your loyalty is dangerous. Your companion could take the opportunity to benefit by turning on you. Zalbar's family is mired in treachery. What loyalty do they know? A superficial change will not match the pattern in memory. I must demand honest... The previous incorrect response will be discounted. Future incorrect responses will result in rejection. Hypothetical. You are at war. Deciphering an intercepted code, you learn 2 things about your enemy. A single spot in their defense will be at its weakest in 10 days, and they will attack one of your cities in 5 days. What do you do with this information? What is the most efficient course of action?
Okay, so this is sort of similar. There was a story about a battle in World War II. I don't know if it was Coventry or something like that, and I don't even know if the story was accurate, but apparently the story is that the English deciphered the German code that they were using to encrypt all of their messages, which was called Enigma. And what they found out is that one of their cities was going to be bombed. And then the concern was that, well, if they evacuated the city, the Germans would know that their code had been cracked, had been decrypted. And so then the Germans would change their code, and then you would not be able to know any of their messages anymore, and then that would seriously undermine your chances to win the war. And so therefore, the thought was that we just had to allow our own city to be bombed so that they could not gain access to this information. And so therefore, if I'm being an asshole, that's basically the same answer that I'll give in this situation. So therefore, I'm going to choose answer 4, even though that's definitely not what my character would think.
Very good.
So,
if you had moved to evacuate the city, you would have alerted the enemy to their lost codes. Ultimate victory required the deaths of the people in that city. You wisely ignored sentiment in your decision. You achieved the proper result with logic that does not match the pattern in memory. I shall adjust my evaluation. Hypothetical. Remove the ongoing war from the previous example. Consider enemy states to be weak and remote. With no external threat, your empire stagnates. Your people become complacent and begin to question you. Same scenario as before. You discover an impending attack, but also a weakness that will come after. How do you react? Hypothetical. Remove the ongoing war. With no external threat, your empire stagnates. Your people... Same scenario as... No, you cannot hide behind their greater morality. There is no war to end. You must choose. Of course you do. It makes the most strategic sense. Your people will rally beneath you against the common foe. As their eyes turn outward, your rule will strengthen. The trappings of war grant many opportunities. You have matched the pattern in memory. I recognize you, and will fulfill my designated function. Yes, you are ready. Soon you will recognize the proper course to follow.
oh man, hey Jack, sorry man, I was just about to wrap up the stream actually. Sorry man.
Activation of star map commencing. Parameters reset. Stasis initiated. End communication.
$2,800 experience.
Well, well, a star map. An ancient artifact of dark side power. Can't say I'm surprised. I always knew there was something funny down here. I wonder if the star map has had an effect on the evolution of the creatures here in the Shadowlands. It might explain why it's so dangerous down here. An interesting theory, but I suppose we don't have time to test it now, do we? Now that we've got what you came for, we should be heading back up to the treetops.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here, and probably just go ahead and wrap up the stream. I'm sorry, Jack. The Prothean beacon. Yeah, pretty much. It's basically in Mass Effect they just had a different string of MacGuffins each time. There was the beacon. Oh yeah, actually, it was actually all beacons. Yeah, in Mass Effect 1, they were all the same, actually. Never mind. I was wrong. But I fucked up, so I'll save there. Yeah, but, thanks, I appreciate the compliments, man. I appreciate that, yeah. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. I'm starting to get a little bit, exhausted. I don't know if I want to say exhausted, but I've been playing the game for a little while, and I'm actually not used to really long sessions of playing the same game. So I'll go ahead and exit here. But thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a blast. I've had a great time, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this. So I'll go ahead and exit. Do you really want to quit? Yeah. I feel bad for Jack, though, a little bit. Yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and quit.